Christmas dinner, my parents demanded the keys to my $780,000 villa. And when I refused, my dad hit me. Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Your support makes this journey possible. Christmas had always been a big deal in our family. The lights, the laughter, the food. It was supposed to be magical. But this year, everything went horribly wrong. I had just moved into my new villa, a beautiful $780,000 dream home. It was my first big investment, something I worked so hard for. I was proud and I wanted to share that joy with my family. Everything seemed normal at the dinner table at first. The turkey was golden, the dessert smelled divine, and the Christmas music filled the room. But then my parents, out of nowhere, started a conversation that turned the night upside down. "Give us the keys to your villa," my father demanded. Froze. The words felt like a punch. Right in front of everyone. Cousins, uncles, friends. My parents were trying to take what I had worked for as if it were theirs. I can't do that," I replied, my voice trembling. "No, you don't understand. We deserve it," my mother said, leaning forward aggressively. The air grew heavy. Everyone at the table went silent. It felt like the room had stopped spinning, like time itself paused. And then the unthinkable happened. My father's hand shot out, and the next thing I knew, he hit me so hard that my earring flew across the room. Pain seared through my cheek, but the humiliation cut deeper. I couldn't believe this was happening. These were the people who were supposed to love me, support me, protect me. I stood up, my chair scraping against the floor. The room felt suffocating, the stares burning into me. I didn't say another word. I turned, walked out, and took a deep breath in the crisp winter night. Then I did something I hadn't done before. I made a phone call. An hour later, a woman walked into the party. Everyone stopped what they were doing. She had an aura of authority and elegance, and she carried herself with confidence. "Who is she?" whispered my cousin. The woman walked straight to me, extended her hand, and smiled warmly. "I'm here to make sure what's yours stays yours," she said calmly, but with an edge that made everyone listen. The room went silent. My parents froze, realizing that this was no ordinary guest. She had connections, influence, and more importantly, a legal and financial weight they couldn't touch. "I think it's time we talk about boundaries," she said, looking my parents squarely in the eye. "Your daughter worked hard for her home. No one can take it from her, legally or otherwise." Suddenly the whole atmosphere changed. My parents' faces went pale. My relatives were stunned. The power shift was instantaneous. They tried to argue, to bargain, even to guilt me. But it was useless. The woman's presence and authority made it clear. My villa, my rules. I finally felt the relief wash over me. All the fear, the anxiety, the frustration. It melted into a sense of empowerment I had never felt before. By the end of the night, I wasn't just the person who owned a villa. I was the person who stood up to family greed, who refused to be bullied, and who protected what was rightfully mine. And as the woman left, she turned to me and said something I'll never forget. "Remember, your strength is in saying no, even when it feels impossible." That Christmas, I learned something important. Family isn't always about unconditional love. Sometimes family tests you. Sometimes it challenges you. But the most important thing is knowing your worth and protecting it, no matter the cost. And that night I knew one thing for sure. No amount of intimidation could ever take away my peace, my home, or my dignity. Have you ever had to stand up to someone you love for what's rightfully yours? Comment below. I want to hear your story.